ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्रीहनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्रीतुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्रीतुलसीदासाय नमः। हरि ओम, a very warm welcome. Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji asked Rishi Valmiki, where should I go and stay? Please guide me. And we also saw how Valmiki ji says, what a question you are asking, Rama. You are asking me where you should stay? And then he says, you are sarvavyapi, you are everywhere, where are you not? You show me where you are not, I will suggest that place for you to stay. And when antar bahischa tat sarvam narayana sthitah, when Bhagavan is everywhere, where is he have to move and stay? Movement is not possible. There is nothing called separate place or area for him to stay. He is everywhere. Not even he goes everywhere, that is again a different thing. He is everywhere. He is our easeness. I-S-N-E-S-S. He is the easeness. And then he is asking Valmiki ji, where should I go and stay? And then now Valmiki ji started saying, where all. In case Rama, you wanted me to tell you where I should stay, then here are they. जिनके श्रवण समुद्र समाना कथा तुम्हारी सुभग सरिनाना. Hey Rama, stay in those ears, which is like an ocean, samudra samana, where katha tumhari subhaga sarinana, like all the rivers come and join the ocean, merge in the ocean. Let all your stories come to this ocean of ears, and the ocean will never stop saying, don't come, I am already full. How much ever rivers, gallons of water flows, the ocean says, fine. Oh. Similarly, the ears which love to listen to your Namavali, which loves to listen to your story, Katha Tumari, your stories, and that which enjoys that, you stay in those ears. And then through that, you will, the one who is listening, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dhama of Bhagavan, when he listens, what happens? He develops an intense desire. Is it not? Even today, Rama Katha goes on, everybody knows Ramayan, still people go and listen to Rama Katha. Is it not? That is the glory of Rama Katha. There is a beautiful saying, I have referred it earlier also. Kshane kshane yen navatam upaiti tadeva rupam ramaniyatayaha. At every moment, how much ever we have listened, every time we listen to the glory of Ramchandra ji, it brings in so much of joy. It brings so much of delight. You never get bored of listening to Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. Please note, we are talking of those ears who is like an ocean welcoming the river. Similarly, those ears which welcome the Nama, Guna, Dhama, all these things. They want to listen everything. There you stay. That is the first house. Then what is the second house? Tinike hridaya sadhana sukhadayaka. In his heart you go and stay, who enjoys that sukha in his heart as and when he remembers Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. That is you in his heart. The one who wants to have you in his heart by listening, by singing, etc. We'll see that. 14 places, remember yesterday we discussed. 14 years, 14 places. And actually we also made a mention, 14 places are not 14 different places, it is one and only our heart. Very, very delightful, very, very comfortable place, O Rama, go and stay there. Basahu bandhu siya saha Raghunayaka. Hey Raghunayaka, you can comfortably stay in that heart. How? Bandhu siya saha. Along with Bandhu here, Lakshmana, siya sahita, basahu, please stay there. Now he says, he never says you take it for rent and stay for some time. No. Basahu means sit down, settle down there only. Hey Rama, they deserve you to be stationed in their heart. And now the third house is mentioned in the Doha, we will see. जसु तुम्हार मानस बिमल हंसिनी जी हाजासु मुकुताहल गुण गण चुनई राम बसहु हियतासु. He says, now this is a third house. What is this third house? In the Manasa Sarovara lake, which is pure, unsullied, uncontaminated, clean. Now, in that Sarovara lake, which is filled with your unsullied glory, pure waters of your glory. Hansini Jiha Jasu, this female swan like tongue, it wants to pick up lot of pearls. So many crows and other birds are all there. They go and pick up all dirt and filth and everything. But this swan, this female swan, will never want to go go and pick up anything. It wants to go deep into that Manasa Sarovara, which is filled with your glory, and pick up the pearls of wisdom. Mukutahala, all these pearls, maybe precious stones. Gunagana Chunai, it is all, what is that? Virtues. Guna Gana Chunai, Guna, values. Number of virtues you have, that particular swan wants to pick up those virtues. Rama basahu hiyatasu, he Rama, hiyatasu basahu. You go and stay in that heart which wants to pick up the virtues from your stories, listening to your stories, keeping you in his heart and picking up virtues to imbibe and follow. You stay there. You know, as we said, Valmiki ji points out 14 houses. We will see one after the other. Now, a little understanding of these particular Chaupai and Doha. 14 houses for 14 years, and it is not that you change from one house to other. That we all do. Constantly change. I want change, I can't stay put at one place. Because of what? Because of our unstable mind. Yato nischarati manaha chanchalam asthiram. Our mind wants to wander here and there. I can't stay at one point. Restless people. Yes or no? I am sure you will accept, because every one of our minds are like that. It will never stay put at one point. But Valmiki ji says, these are 14 houses where you don't have to change from one house to another house, but be in their heart, recognizing the various virtues which is being developed by the devotee listening to your glory. How beautiful. And even in Brahmanda, we say there are 14 worlds. This 14, we are talking about the number 14. So very important. And in this 14, there is movement from up and down. Whereas Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji settles down in a heart which encourages virtues, cultivates virtues, develops virtues. In fact, all of them may be called values, but once it has become part of me, it gets into the blood and marrow of a personality, then the value is now termed as virtues. Therefore, these 14 virtues, whoever has settled down there. Remember, we always say, we consider some people in the room. He has a large heart. What does that large heart mean? Large heart is those which has such values, and with those value systems, they help others. They take care of others. They serve others. Such people are called large-hearted people. And the people who listen to Ramakatha by default become large-hearted because they have accommodated Bhagavan himself. Why will they not have large heart? Think. And who is that devotee? Generally speaking, a devotee is the one who has devotion. In this case, devotion to Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. Such a person is called devotee. Then what is devotion? Swamiji, please explain what is devotion. I want a practical explanation. And people say, Swamiji, you told me I have to develop bhakti. But I am trying, Swamiji. Bhakti in me is not growing. There is a stagnation. I am unable to understand this growth of bhakti. Naturally. Why is it so? Because our priority is not devotion. That is why listening to Ramakatha for a very extrovert person is not possible. Even if you come and sit in front of a stage where Ramakatha goes on, or here now in this Katha which is going on, you may be seated there, you may be looking at me. I may be screaming to the bottom of my throat, and then there probably might be some speakers, loudspeakers. But in spite of it, even if you are physically sitting there, out of 1 hour, you may not even listen properly to even 15 minutes. That is too good. If you can listen to 15 minutes, you are great without distraction. Think. So, when the priority changes from one thing to another thing, mind also runs behind the priority, and what is to be done is more often forgotten. In fact, while my priority is something else, my ears does not listen. Why? It does not even hear. Hearing is different from listening. Very many times I have told, listening is when there is something going in and I work on it. Listening. Hearing is what? Cross ventilation is open. It never disturbs you. That way people come and sit in the pravachana. Think. Why? Priorities. I must have this listening to Ramakatha as a priority. Where there is Ramakatha, there, when the priority is also there, it soothes our heart. But what is our condition? Our priority is running behind Kamakatha rather than Ramakatha. Kama meaning what? Any direction which goes towards my object of desire. That is Kamakatha. Going to a movie, talking about a cricket match, talking about something else, or more important, talking about others. Abba Rama. To talk about others, our mouth has no extra time. Why? It is already filled. Going on talking about others, we find so much of delight. And more often we see when people talk about others, they always talk only about negativities. They always talk only about shortcomings. They always talk about the bad aspects of the personality. More often than not, in fact, 99%. You may feel bad, therefore I am giving 1% for you. Lelo. Otherwise, 99% people talk more about others only. People talk more about things and beings. Kamakatha, object of desire. But when we prioritize to listen to Ramakatha in particularly and do not give our ears for all and sundry, such a ear will definitely feel happy, delighted, motivated, and keep Ramchandraji in their heart. And many people say, Swamiji, how to intensify bhakti? I want to be more a bhakta. How to intensify bhakti? Then one must definitely trek the path of bhakti. What do you say, path of bhakti? Now see, very beautifully elsewhere, Tulsi Dasi writes, Jaha Rama taha kama nahi. Jaha kama taha Rama nahi. Simple sentence, but such a deep impact. Jaha kama taha Rama nahi, jaha Rama taha kama nahi. When my heart is open and it is empty, anything can come and sit inside. I put a board, no vacancy. Why no vacancy? It is filled with Ramchandraji. When it is filled with Ramchandraji, I have no place for all those things. Therefore, because of which my mind also will not run hither and thither. It is busy, with the devotion of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. When I set myself in this path of devotion, what happens is bhakti lakshanas gets cultivated. Be very attentive. When I am in the path of devotion, when I don't give heed to all the whims and fancies of the world, they cannot come and disturb me because my heart is filled with Rama. And because my heart is filled with Rama, all the lakshanas that are stated in the Rama Katha, slowly I will imbibe. I wouldn't say because I become a Rama Bhakta tomorrow morning, from tomorrow I will not have anything. No. That is also a sadhana. Now see, Bhakti Marga leads to Bhakta Lakshanas. Bhakti Marga leads to Bhakta Lakshanas, and Bhakta Lakshanas leads us towards Bhakti Sadhana. Bhakti Marga, Bhakti Lakshanas leading to Bhakti Sadhana. With that, we will be able to reach Bhagavan. Think. So the first house, Shravanam. Even in the Navavidha Bhakti, we will be seeing Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. This is the instructions given by Ramchandraji, guidance given by Ramchandraji, beautiful marga given by Ramchandraji to Shabariji. Navadha Bhakti or Navavidha Bhakti. When it is in the Sanskrit text, it is Navavidha Bhakti. In Tulsi Ramayan, it is lovingly, fondly called as Navadha Bhakti. And in that, the first one is Shravanam. The first way through which we can develop bhakti is through Shravanam. Shravanam is the first way. Without listening to Rama Katha, how can you gain bhakti towards Rama? Think. Tomorrow onwards, you become Krishna's Bhakta. Arre, how can it happen? I must first validate in myself that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and therefore I have to become the devotee of Krishna and develop love towards Krishna. How does it happen? Only when I listen to the story of Krishna. I listen to the story of Rama. Is it not? When I not occasionally. Ours is not weekly religion or monthly religion or yearly religion. Ours is what do you call it as? a beautiful marga which calls us to be a devotee every kshana. Therefore, all the time we must have Bhagavan in our heart. Go on listening. Right? This is the first lakshana. Then, as I said, Jaha Kama, Taha Rama Nahi. Jaha Rama, Taha Kama Nahi. Now, understand this also. My heart, I should make it Nishkama so that Rama will come and stay. Clear? My heart, my mind should have Nishkamyata. Then Rama will come and stay. And the interesting part is, Jahan Kama, Taha Rama Nahi. And our heart, our mind, everything is filled with so much of desires, petty pleasures. And there, how can Rama come? I have to clean them. How do I clean them? Only through Rama I can clean them. Until that is clean, Rama will not come. It is so difficult. Because Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balabadridham, says Gita. Manaha chanchala asthiram asamshayam mahabaho. Krishna himself endorses. Asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Then what do I do? The process is to develop devotion is one, the best marga to start with is Shravanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Kirtanam is what? Singing the glory of the Lord. We will come to that. In this 14 houses analysis, the second one is listening and then seeing. Very beautiful second marga. Now the point is, if I want to see, right now what we have to see is a beautiful vigraha of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, Sita ji, Lakshman ji, Hanuman ji. But if I want to see other ways, then you have beautiful picture, painted, kalpanika, bhavachitra, and that also very beautifully painted. You can't see any painting or you can't see any vigraha where Rama has got a big tummy, lot of, like this, beard grown, or with, plumpy figure, walking in very odd way. No. The projection of Rama in the Shastra is a perfect personality. When I see that Vigraha, when I see that Bhavachitra, I feel so happy. Is it not? Why? That is the beauty of Bhagavan. The more and more I see Bhagavan's Chitra, remember, our attempt is to develop devotion. If I have to develop devotion, more and more I should think of Bhagavan only. More and more I should think of Bhagavan. Then the first marga is Shravanam. And the more I listen to Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, I want to see him more. Like for example, I will tell you, there is your friend who had gone to Canada, the border, Canada-American border, where there is the Niagara Falls. Isn't it? Two parts it is there. It is only one Niagara Falls. One side it is one country, other side it is another country. Somebody went and said, oh, Niagara Falls, my God. I remember one very interesting joke. Somebody else told, it is not my creativity. Somebody else told, I will tell you. So no offense, please. I warn you. Somebody took about 150 people to Niagara Falls, and with a very mic and a big speaker. He had to keep big speaker because it is so noisy. And then he told, this is the most greatest falls of the world, the Niagara Falls. It has got this much length. And then he said, the sound of the Niagara Falls is equivalent to 16,000 generators. The sound of Niagara Falls is equivalent to 16,000 generators. Therefore, now I rest my mouth for all of you to listen to that noise, sound of Niagara Falls, and I request all the ladies to keep quiet so that we can enjoy the sound. Hi Ram, don't take me wrong. Don't take me wrong. The idea here is not only just our physical mouth, our mind is so noisy that even Niagara Falls sound we cannot hear. Think, how many times when we speak on Ramayan, on Bhagavatam, on Bhagavad Gita, with so much of speakers and mic and increased volume, Swamiji, I can't hear. Can you please increase the volume? Increased a little. Yet the ears don't hear. Why? Because our preoccupation in the whims and fancies of the world, our constant chattering about the whims and fancies of the world, the things and beings of the world, gossips to the core, has not given room for Ramchandraji's thoughts. We want to listen Kama Katha. We want to listen others' Katha. Think. I am repeating a few more times. Why? Because in spite of it, in Kannada they say, Nodi Swami, Navirode Hige. Please see, I am like this only. Swabhavastu pravartate, Gita says. Think. What should I do? If I really want to become a bhakta, then constantly listen to Rama Katha. When I constantly listen to Rama Katha, now those people who went to Niagara Falls, they come back to Bharata, and in Bharata to Karnataka, and in Karnataka to Mysore, and they come and explain, oh Niagara Falls, amazing it was, and then they have taken some selfies and photos and group photos and family photos, and they share. And when they do that, what is there in our mind? Think. I have heard a lot about Niagara Falls, and now I have seen so many pictures, so beautiful pictures taken, well taken. When I see all of them, the next thought is, I must go and see Niagara Falls. Yes or no? Very common psychology. I hear a lot, I want to see. The more I listen to Rama Katha, the more I listen to Ramchandraji's virtues, guna, that will lead me want to see Ramchandraji. I have no time for others. Very many people come and tell me, Swamiji, now that you are free, you are not employed, you have so much of time, Swamiji. Sorry, I don't have time. I repeat, I don't have time. Why? I am busy with my Ramakatha. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. When idle mind is a devil's workshop, occupy the mind. Instead of the worldly matters, occupy the mind with Ramakatha, Ramanama. काम करते रहो, नाम जपते रहो, याद आएगी उनको कभी ना कभी. कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल गाते चलो, नाम धन का खजाना बढ़ाते रहो. If you want it in Kannada also, राम नाम उम्मे नुडी मन राम नाम उम्मे. ಮಿಡಿಯಲಿ ಹೃದಯದ ವೀಣೆಯೊಮ್ಮೆ ಮಿಡಿಯಲಿ ಹೃದಯದ ವೀಣೆಯೊಮ್ಮೆ ರಾಮನಾಮೊಮ್ಮೆ. What a beautiful song. Once you listen to Rama, once you chant Ramanama, it will soothe your heart, it will soothe your mind. Think. How foolish we are. We are letting loose our mind, uncontrollable mind, into all those petty, paltry things and beings of the world, whims and fancies of the world. And what do we get back? Do we get anything that will last with us? No. We are looking for permanent, eternal, everlasting, never-ending, pure, complete, unsullied joy and happiness. From where? From this impermanent world. Kshana. It is so ephemeral. And we are trying to get permanent happiness. How more a fool can I be to seek permanent happiness from the impermanent world? Think. Therefore, increase your listening to Rama Katha, decrease your time listening to Kama Katha. Then you will find there is so much more you want to listen to Ramchandraji's Katha. Shravanam. Today, everywhere, in every media, in every social, this one, you get everything. It is available. But I choose to see all the worthless things. Reels. Go on seeing reels. Half an hour, 1 hour, 2. I know some people, they have come and their parents have come and, complained to me, in fact. Swamiji, you please tell them. What? Even night, midnight also, reels. Think. We are so busy, so preoccupied. Valmiki ji says, go and stay in that ear which is big as the ocean and wants to receive more and more katha of yourself, O Rama, the right place for you to stay. There is only one, what do you call it as? Medicine for all types of roga in the world. What is that medicine? Ramanama alone. Somebody said, Sab dukh ka ek hi dawai. Only one dawai, one medicine for all. There are some people, for neck pain, they will take one particular. I remember long ago, my own family people. For everything, saree on. That is banned now. Headache, saree on. Back pain, saree on. Everything saree on. One medicine for all. Think. But it is possible in Bhakti Shastra. In Bhakti Marga, one medicine for all our mental dukkham, mental diseases. What is that? Bhakti Lakshanas gained trekking the Bhakti Marga and calling it as the Bhakti Sadhana. Remember this, please. Therefore, he who constantly changes his attitudes from turning towards the world to turning towards inward and in his own heart where he wants Ramchandraji to stay. Such a person will become a devotee of Bhagavan. What is devotee? Devotee of the world becomes devotee of the Lord. Think. Now, election season all in and through. Therefore, devoter of the world will become a devotee of the Lord. Shravanam. And then he wants to see the Lord. Have a beautiful Pratima of the Lord. Have a beautiful Bhava Chitra of the Lord. Sit in front of Him. Look at Him completely. Close your eyes and register His Rupa in your heart. How beautiful! Today, our heart has no place because it has been overmasked by whims and fancies of the world, things and beings of the world. Throw them. They are not worthy. Take Bhagavan's Nama, Rama Nama Vamne, Nudimana. Please take the name of the Lord. Swamiji, it is nice to listen to all this. But please tell me somewhere I should start. First beginning is Ramakatha. Next is Darshana of the Pratirupa of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra Ji. And third one is through the organ of speech. Ear, eyes and speech. We will see this tomorrow. Right? सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।